Oh, can you hear me?
Uh,
Okay.
when we're up and running, we greet everybody. This is Wesley Pepper. This is the Art Lesson Podcast. And this is episode 144. So I'm closing in on 150 episodes, which is kind of a milestone for me. So, hey man, that's up to all my guests. 150 is not bad. So that's like close to over 1,000 hours, I think. Everyone gets the work of like conversations with artists about process and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, what was the other thing? Oh yeah, man, check out if you check out the Ep144 podcast channel. Playlist is also on this channel. It's also on my YouTube channel. And without any further ado, man, today I'm with Lehlononlo Dhlamini. He's one of the dopest. My brother, like your name with all those L's. Actually, I love it. It's what do they call it? The party. Anyway, there's a word for it. It's like rolls over the tongue. Always love it.
Oh yeah.
You're one of the freshest, like one of the freshest watercolorists I think that I certainly know of. But before we get to the watercoloring and the work and everything, let's just start. So first thing, my king, greetings, welcome. How are you?
I'm good and you, man. I'm good and you. I'm good. I'm good. What a nice, what a nice introduction. No, man, I'm good. I'm awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Good. So,
Otherwise, such things.
Look here on my side today. Esther, man, I actually don't want to make an announcement yet, but I've got a meeting a bit later tonight around my business, so I'm hoping there's good news. But other than that, I'm okay. Taking it every day, taking it every one day at a time, and I'm working towards a goal here. Which actually,
Oh yeah.
with it on that, like your work, man. Like one of the things that always when I think of your watercolors that jumps off your mind is that I know you did a bunch of book covers as well, and it has a very I would say a kind of a commercial aspect to it. In other words, like most of the images can be used on different print, and in this case on different publications, but it still has a very nice raw. I don't like the word critique, but I almost feel it's condescending to black people. But anyway, but like I find it also has a real color of life, of like South African township life, and but as I said, but like it's especially the color always sticks to mind. So let's jump not this like in the beginning, but let's start with just introduce yourself to my audience and just tell us a little bit about, I guess, where the art comes from, and and take it from there.
Oh yeah. Can you hear me?
Go for it. Yeah, we recorded. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. West. Oh yeah. It's actually I would say they are all inspired by the memories and experience or things that I see that are happening in my surroundings. So I'm just depicting I would say I'm just painting like the situation that the people that are going through, and then it's actually about the survival mode. It's not actually about where you from, but it's all about where you at and then where you going at the same time. So most definitely, yeah. So it's all about like how to survive in any situation, in any type of situation, just to keep that bulb of hope lit. You mustn't give up. You must just keep on pushing and pushing. Because as long as you're still waking up every day, that simply means that you mustn't play around with that kind of blessing. So it's all about pushing forward. Yeah.
I hear the philosophy. So so tell us a little bit about your art. Like we know each other from artist group days. I know that's a long time ago.
Yeah, man.
So tell us like a little bit about art. Like where does it where did you start off and with what medium, and how did you end up choosing watercolors as your main medium?
Oh yeah. Hey, it's quite a long journey, my guy. What happened was, immediately when I was in APS, I was still drawing, no painting experience and all that type of setup. So then I've happened to meet up with this guy who used to be a watercolor society chairman, Chris Combring. So that's the guy who introduced me to the likes of watercolors. Then he gave me a couple of materials. Then that's where I started applying myself into painting. And then it was a mess. It was like it was a mess. Up until I've met up with this other lady. Hey, I forgot the name. They were from somewhere in US, I think Boston. And that lady, they came for a workshop. It was back in 2013, if I'm not mistaken, 2013 or 2012. And then she was good at watercolors. So then she just taught me like it wasn't even we didn't even take it. We didn't take time per se. Then we only just took like a couple of 2-3 test prints and I got it because she just introduced me to the basics of watercolor.
Yeah, man.
After like getting those basics, then
it just clicked.
The first artwork that I did, it was super. So then it was even it was like a monotype watercolor, if I'm remembering right. Yeah, it was definitely watercolor monotype. And then I was like, if I could just do it on the plate as a monotype, then on paper, then it can be even way too good because at least on paper you have time. Unlike the monotype, because it doesn't allow all the colors to dry. So then I started with the papers and stuff, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. It was what I wanted. I started seeing the image that I had in my head, and I'm like, this is it. I must just keep on exploring more and more. But again, I still like to thank the guy who introduced me to the watercolor, Chris Pomplick, is in Cape Town. Yeah, that's a super teacher.
It's interesting. It's interesting because I can relate. Sometimes it just clicks. You just know, like it just clicks. That's also why I also recommend to every, I would say, emerging artist to try to handle as many different techniques,
mediums. Yeah.
I think that's very, very important because
that's true that.
Yeah, you want to say something?
What was happening was, what was happening was with immediately after taking the equipment, watercolor materials from Chris, I treated watercolor like oil paintings. So I didn't know the difference between the two. But immediately when I got to that lady who came from Boston, she introduced me to the layering technique, like the use of water, why it is called watercolor. Because before I couldn't understand like the technique. I would say that. Then after that, that lady, then that's when I started knowing. Okay, what they say layering technique, and then the use of water, like how do you combine water and color, and then layering technique in order to create an image. Then that's where that type of mindset came from the process, the basics that I got from that lady, which was so helpful.
Yeah. I can relate to that. So you're saying that you build your colors, right? So you say, like if you want like a very, let's say a reddish brown, you might start up with a yellow first, and then maybe go over with maybe
exactly. Yeah.
So just explain that a little bit more in detail to us. So are you building colors, textures, and so forth? Yeah, just explain to us a little bit
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Remember like back in the days, man. You know, these things of YouTube and stuff. We were not that exposed to them, so it was quite difficult. It take time to learn like a minor thing, unlike today. So the first technique that I've learned, it was that layering technique. Only to find out that we still have wet on wet. So then I was like, okay, I started exploring those type of those different techniques just to check on how did I like what exactly am I gonna come up with. And fortunately, it was quite a good process. And then with colors, what I've learned again about colors is that you can't just approach painting without the knowledge of colors.
Yeah, man.
So I was also fortunate enough that we also got introduced to color theory, like at APS.
Yeah.
And then I had to stretch it on my own, that knowledge, and try to find out like when you mix this color and that color, this is what you're gonna get. And then I don't know what happened, man. But before I get to that part, if because I'll get some couple of pics, then I'll look at them in terms of the colors. But I'll depict the colors without even knowing exactly but not by the book. I'll do it by just know like just I won't say knowledge. But
yeah,
I'll just do it. Yeah. Then I was like, hey, I need to get back to the color theory, and so then at least that I can upgrade my knowledge a bit in terms of colors. So then I can easily achieve like things like contrast, anything that relates with color. Because at least with compositions and building up the concept and stuff, I was covered about that, but I still had to learn more about the color wheel and how does it work, how does colors complement each other's and stuff before I can lay down like the image that I want. So I didn't just want to come up with a dope image, but I'm not sure how I put into that. So at least if I know the process, like in order to achieve this, then I have to go this way and that way and that way. Or my palette needs to have this colors. Either it's warm colors or cold colors. And then how do they complement each other? So those are the things that I had to learn. I'm still learning them even now.
Yeah. Yeah, you never stop learning. That's one of the beauties of art. Like there's no ceiling, so the learning process never. Hence why I I always encourage people to collaborate and to learn as much, because creativity doesn't have a ceiling. My king, do you have any examples of some of your watercolors that you can show us?
Not at this moment. Like as well as here at the studio, I don't have anything because most of the paintings they're there by my place. So the problem was the network. So I can't really get the reception quite well.
Yeah, man. For my
but I can.
Sorry.
Can I say? But I can send them to you.
Yeah, I'm thinking I must find another creative way of because if I must just slot them in here, just random, it just looks random, and I'm not really skilled in making graphics yet. But I'm thinking what I'll do for my listeners, I will add, I'll put a description to all his work down, below in the comment section. So guys can check it out there. And I wanted to, as we're talking about like your I guess you're learning your technique, composition, planning, color. You're learning and understanding how to work with color, and then planning the composition. What I want to I just want to explore a little bit about the composition. First, before I get there, how many solo shows have you done to date?
I only have one under my belt at this moment, and then a whole lot of group shows.
Yeah, yeah, because
But I'm
that's
still,
that's the lead. Because I sort of wanna because you work sort of looking, man. I know as an artist, you know, one does many things, and we want to get to your tattooing as well. So you gotta apply
mm,
yourself any but like with your regarding your composition or what you're painting about, so you're doing a lot of so you're doing a lot of sort of you're depicting your surroundings, you know, you're depicting what you see, what you live every day. There's a I get a real strong sense of there's not necessarily hope, but I get a lot of I would say a lot of energy, but not necessarily negative energy. I get a lot of I don't see the stereotypical big eye, you know, child with bare feet kicking a fucking soccer ball and like very generic type of stuff. Explain to us like how what is it about your surroundings that you know that clicks that you feel nah I want to paint this, I wanna make art about this.
yeah. mm, quite an interesting question. uh, I would say that sometimes it depends on the. I would say it depends on the mood. It's also about the mood. It's also about the you know, like you know, when you see somebody who's really trying to make things to make end meet. You know what I'm saying? Like it really touches me, man. Like you know, like seeing people striving. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like just saying, it's bad, man. Just chilling and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I would like most of the time I don't tune my mind like saying, okay, now I'm gonna like go out and take pictures and stuff. It just happens. I would just see something interesting in terms of because I take like a whole lot of pics whenever I can. Then sometimes it will happen like maybe I'll be listening to a song, then a title will click. Like it just happens randomly. Then I'll be like, okay, I got this title, and then so then how can I build up how can I build it visually? And then I'll go back and look at the pics. Like the pictures that I took can be because most of the time one artwork it will be combined by 4 or 5 pics. Then um, the challenge that I'm going to be having it's the I would say the mood, how to create the same mood. It must have the same mood. It must have the same I'm saying okay light, like where the light comes from and then stuff. Because you might find that sometimes I'll even change the colors in order to suit my subject. So that's where as an artist I come in. Because I might get like a photo which is like black and white and I'll turn it into color, or a photo into which is in color and turn it into black and white. And then it's quite a process.
Yeah.
It's quite a process, but you know, because I'm always just try to run away from painting a picture the way it is, like depicting a pic. So then I must make it mine. I must own it. So then I must do it in in an artistic perspective in order to suit my subject or to suit my title. Yeah, that's what most that's what happened. That's exactly what is happening in most cases. And then the other thing will be because most of the time it's the subject. My subject is based on humans. It will be humans and settlement where they stays on stuff. Or, but I'm still trying to run away from that because actually I'm trying to get deep into the spiritual side of doing whatever that you do.
That's
So
interesting.
it's still quite a long thing. Yeah,
Tell us a
man.
little bit about that.
And then
When you say deep into the spiritual side, what exactly are you meaning? Yeah, explain that a little bit more.
As far as the main subject of my concept. It's art within art, or a human, or let's say, how can I put it? It's you will see like a human, then there must be something inside that human.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm making sense. Yeah, man. And then
exactly.
Yeah, so the main purpose is just try to tap into that deeper into that, like the spiritual or the psychological side of yeah, when somebody's going through a rough patch, what exactly is happening deep within, and then you might find somebody who's, but some people are like, they don't look like their problems, as far as this that term say, like it's famous nowadays. I'm going to find out that some people are going through some rough patch, but they don't look like it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to capture that, like put it into paper, like how do you deal with that? Like how do you come into that conclusion of saying my things are a little bit bad, but anyway, I just gotta live, because it's a new day at the same time. So
yeah, man.
Interesting. That's why I'm saying, like, I need to send you some couple of the latest works. There's a little bit of shift. Most definitely, man. Yeah, there's a shift.
Do that.
Because there's a couple of things that there's a couple of workshops that I was busy with. There's a couple of things that I've learned, and I've applied them into the current works. So yeah, man. Even in terms of the colors, how do you?
What type of technique?
Yeah. No, it's still the same watercolor, but not different approach as such, but upgraded approach. I would say that.
Okay.
There's a couple of elements that I've added in terms of composition. There's also a couple of elements that I've added in terms of color. I used to have like multiple colors, so then I just chose to lessen my color use. Then I will have maybe one or two colors that are dominating more than others. So it's quite different, or it's an upgrade from what I used to do.
Interesting.
And then I'm also gonna be, and then I'm also busy with the painting part, the acrylics. Now I'm tapping into the acrylics on canvas. So it's quite a journey that I'm busy with at this moment in time. But hopefully something nice gonna come out of that.
The one major advantage I find with acrylics is that you can work on like huge scales, and it is so versatile. It is the most versatile medium for me. You can use any medium with it.
Most definitely, yeah, sure.
Go over the paintwork, print over it. It's incredibly versatile. Good for murals. It's a really versatile medium. So I was gonna say back, as you're explaining, I was gonna take a small step back. As you're explaining, like you were trying to look sort of what's going on inside people's, or people's going through some form of conflict, some form of let's just call it conflict, and sort of conceptualize and represent that on paper. I'm looking at the back at the painting over your left shoulder. And is that the type of imagery that you're busy working with?
Can you repeat that again?
You were talking about conceptualizing conflict that's going on, within people. Did you get that part? It's a breaking transmission. Did you get that part?
Yeah. The thing, the spiritual side of things.
Yeah. I just want to know because the painting behind you, the image and the conceptual direction, it looks very celestial. It looks very it doesn't really look like your like the work we were talking about earlier on. Whatever they see.
Oh
Is
no,
that the type of direction that you're going to go into a more surreal, celestial type of work? Is that the creative direction you are moving into?
yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man. That's where I'm going. Because I'm also still in the process of thinking, working on the concept, like stretching it. I'm still stretching it to the next level.
Yeah.
I've dealt with what I've dealt with.
Okay, that's another. Sorry, man. There's a break in
Can you hear me?
transmission, but that happens all the time.
No, the thing is, yeah, there's a call that is coming in.
Ah,
Yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man.
usually, if a call
Um,
comes in, then yeah. Do you
yeah,
wanna
yeah.
take care of that first?
No, I was saying, it's not gonna be like that different, but there will be, it will be, I would say, I would go with like upgrade. Um, then I'm in a mode of like upgrading my concept because I've been dealing with the concept that I've been dealing with for quite a long time. So then there's a little bit of shift that I feel that needs to happen. And then I would say it's part of growth. Yeah, because I also wanna go like on the big scales because I used to like A3, A4s. So now I wanna go for like A2, A1s, and A0s and stuff. Yeah. So then definitely the concept also needs to get switched a bit.
For sure.
Yeah, there's a
Nah,
couple
for
of
sure.
things that I want to include, a couple of elements that
Let me just ask this: as this direction that you're moving to has anything to do with COVID-19? Did
yeah.
any of this come through? Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that.
The COVID-19 thing. Oh, hey, that's bad, man. uh,
Yeah, it was
Aish,
bad.
the thing is
Bad.
about what kept me going is the WASA. They call it WASA, Watercolor Art South Africa,
Yeah.
which came from South African watercolor, whatever. And then they kept on having the online competitions and stuff.
For sure. I'm still here and there. I just turned up
Yeah.
my button because the
Okay.
line is a bit unstable. But continue.
Okay. Um. Yeah, I'm saying WASA and the other societies from it was from Turkey states all over global. Then they were having the whole lot of what I can say the online competitions. So then that's what kept me busy at that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just took that advantage instead of like no just chilling, complaining, and not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Because most artists were complaining about the situations and relief funds and all that type of stuff. So then afterwards, like I don't want to be more into art politics. Then let me just look at something that is positive. Just keep doing what I do best. You know what I'm saying? So, and then in terms of the finance wise, then lucky enough, at least um, I was still running workshops, teaching in different provinces. And I remember it was back in 2019. Then I just came from Eastern Cape to running a workshop there, art workshop there. So then some of the money that I got from there, at least it just kept us going. You know what I'm saying? And then the other thing that kept me going during those days, it was the tattoo business.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit
Then
about that, man. Where did your tattoos from? Yeah. Actually, there's I want to ask like 3 different questions in one, but I just realized
Okay.
because
Oh,
I
yeah.
know you actually I know of 3 or 2 other brothers, excluding you, that visual artists that has a tattoo side gig, and it makes sense because very good at drawing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How did that come to be? Yeah, that's a little bit about your tattoo.
Oh. And also, it was, like, I might sound quite weird, but what I'm gonna tell you is that you sort of like learn a lot from the hardships.
Yeah.
Like the situations where situations will test you in a way that you just need to come up with a solution like now. Because the thing is, I remember tattoo thing. It wasn't in my plans like back then, but I just happened to just fell on it. Like there was this friend of mine. I'm sure you know him, Mahlobo Lankosi.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Then he was already in tattoo business, and then that's the guy who sort of like introduced me into this industry, how it works, and all that type of stuff. So then, lucky enough, I had that artistic background. That was which I think I started in, when was it? 2014. That's why I started doing them like permanently. And then the other thing,
is it profitable? Is it a good hustle? Is it a profitable hustle?
Yeah, it is, my man. It is a profitable hustle.
You get
But
a
I just
lot of
had to
clients
make it
from
work with.
You get a lot of clients from
No, I get a whole lot.
from your township, or must you market it, to other different places and this and that?
Yeah. No, there is a whole lot of customers. I started getting the local customers, and then now I'm getting people from Pretoria, Sandton, and northern suburbs. Yeah, man. Yeah. And then this is what I did when I would go to run a workshop somewhere, maybe in Pumalang and stuff. I would go with stuff, and then do a couple of people there. And then if I move to Polokwane, then I'll also carry along the equipment and then do 1, 2, 3 people there in order just to make sure that I get a client from that side. I've been using that opportunity a lot. And, now I think I know there's a whole lot of them, a whole lot of customers.
Yeah, it's interesting. As I said, I know quite a few visual artists that does it. So I'm always interested to know. Just another question on that. Is there a lot of tattoo artists? Do you have to compete with many?
Yeah, sure. We used, yeah. Like but it's quite something, man. I would tell you, because I would say we might start maybe a year with maybe 14 artists, like in one area. But when time goes, we will, like, I would say us, the one that has that artistic view will definitely stand out. We will be the last. Even now that we had a couple of people, but I know they don't last. They just don't last, man. I don't know what's the aim or purpose that they have in this industry. But the thing is, the ones that I know, they will tell you that that's where you get a quick cash. Yes, it is like that, but you need to run it like professionally. If you don't run it professionally, it's gonna be a problem. Because now people gonna come in, you don't have ink. People's gonna come in, you don't have toilet paper, you don't have needles. Yeah, it's an industry actually. So most people don't treat it like that.
Do you have
so they don't respect the rules and stuff. Yeah.
Registered as a separate company?
Yes, my guy. Yes.
What's it called?
It is registered as a separate. It's because I do have a company. The company it's called Moorish Creative Link, but with the tattoos, it's a trademark. It's the Moors Ink under the Moorish Creative Link. So the Moorish Creative Link, it's an umbrella.
Sure. Do you guys like have a page, like a social media page or anything like that?
Yeah, man. It's the Moors Ink. Moors meaning it's MOORS. Then ink, INK. Yes, man. Yeah, it's the Moors Ink.
Yeah, that's also interesting. How just something that comes to mind. This is a point of observation is that like as a visual artist and artist, you are forced to, you actually an entrepreneur, because you do everything that an entrepreneur does, and we also create and sell a product, just like most businesses. So just by virtue of operating like that gives us certain entrepreneurial skills, I guess, that the average Joe might not have, and it also gives us certain endurance, because most cats like yourself, and others, like, we do it like heavy things, and we can and so when it comes to business, I don't think it's really a step up, it's just another medium in some cases. And actually that's something I'm learning in my own operation.
Yeah.
I find I actually I'd like to talk in the future to other business people around us, but honestly, I think that artists make very good managers. We can work with a lot of people. We can relate to a lot of people, and we can communicate. I think we are incredibly good communicators, and like
most definitely.
In your case, you can do the work better if there's such a thing, just because of how technical, how just because of your eye. I think that's just a just an observation. My king man, my brother, let's actually
most definitely.
Just give me a I guess just a list of some of your pages, some of your social media. If you guys wanna reach out to you, if you wanna check out your work, and I will be adding links to all of that down there. But
okay. All right. Another thing, just quick.
Yeah,
you just mentioned like a good point about like being commercial at some point, because you can't just wait for like your art to sell. Sometimes it takes time, like it takes 2 months and stuff. So you probably just need to have like some sort of like a contingency plan. You know what I'm saying? So which is what we're doing at this moment in time. That's why I chose the tattoo part, and then I'm also into launching the clothing brand, which will be my artworks. So then I'm busy. I'm working on the artworks, the graphic side of the artworks, creating them into the stickers, t-shirts, and cups. You know what I'm saying? Just to have something going on the side.
Let's actually talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay, then, man. Just after that break. Okay, everybody. Just before that break, I was actually thinking we should wrap up, but like as we're getting into your business, I realized that you still had this whole this whole new thing. And as you're explaining about like taking images and transferring it on for example stickers and so on and so forth. I just wanna highlight a point quickly. I've noticed that I've also been looking at that, in seeing what type of and I actually know a brother. He's a more of like a interior design, or they work in an interior design world, and we were trying to look some time back of some form of collaboration. I also know some other artists that also done the art actually on knitted wear, on cushions. I know guys who like the I guess the range is quite broad these days, and it's also very
Yeah,
interesting
yeah, yeah.
how all these other industries are embracing art. So just explain to us, but like just give us some detail there into like what direction you're gonna move into. What products you're gonna put out, and what are they gonna look like?
Um, at this point in time, this is where I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with the t-shirts. It's gonna be t-shirts. It's gonna be posters. It's gonna be stickers, and then I'm planning to move more into the the bigger things like what do they call this? Like the major products like what do you call that thing? What's this? What's the name of this one?
Take your time.
The one that you put on, like you put on the one that you put in the bed. What does it called? Those small cushions.
Cushions.
Yeah, cushions covers. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm planning to put them more into cushions. Like a whole lot of stuff, even umbrellas or whatever. Anything that is I would say there's more to come, man. Yeah, yeah.
I hear you.
And
So,
then I'm gonna use I'm also gonna use the tattoo studio. I'm gonna incorporate that into the tattoo studio. Then I'll just have it's gonna be a studio and a mini shop on the side that will be selling those things. And then again, I just came to be aware that you can also open an online shop, online store like on Etsy, Printify, Redbubble, and all that type of stuff. And that's also quite an interesting things that you can also do. And then I'm also planning on this AI thing. There's so many people who are making money on AI. Yeah, man, they're not even artists. So I'm like, why?
We'll get to I sort of want to close with that. I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Another thing about the business. Are you looking to, or rather, what market you want to sell to? You want to sell to the same people who've been buying your artwork? Who are you looking? What market are you looking to sell to?
You just came up with another point. The people who's gonna be buying, yeah, man, I'm gonna take that and use it. I never thought about that yet. Yes, man. I'll put that into consideration. And then again, I'm gonna be selling that to my tattoo customers. And then I've also joined there's this thing they call it the art farm. Yeah, I mean this sort of it's a monthly event that is taking place around here in Eastern, somewhere there by Kleperefeer. And then there's also the other one that just opened in Free State Kwakwa. Then I'm gonna be taking some of my stuff there. And then while I'm doing the tattoos, then there'll be a display of things like cards, it can be stickers, it can be your caps. Yeah. So then wherever I go, I'm definitely gonna be taking them with me. But on the other side, I'll be also tapping into this thing of the online shop. I'll definitely open a couple of online shops where I'm going to be selling those stickers, those designs and stuff.
Are you working on your own? Who's your company partnered with, or is it just you? Or do you have other business partners?
At this moment, no. At this point, it's just me and my brothers. I think it's three of us. Yeah, it's just three of us for now, and we'll see how it go about.
It's interesting, man. Like I was saying earlier on, I think that artists are the most natural form of natural entrepreneurs, and that we just have an ability that nobody else has. At least through my entire life, I've never picked up people outside the art who has our ability to to communicate and to conceptualize and actually put a very good product out there. One thing, also reason also why I was asking, like, people have, who's part of your business. I know with a lot of other business entrepreneurs and so forth, you always feel you need to have a big team, people to do stuff. Artists have the ability to do multiple tasks almost
Yeah,
at the
man.
same
Yeah, man.
time. I think it's just an ability that very few people have. Um, let me actually jump into AI. So I've been talking about AI consistently for this year, and many reasons, man. I'm fascinated behind it, but also clearly there's something to be concerned about. Um, what I've noticed is how varied people's opinions is about AI, and how people perceive it, or how people see, forecast what's going to happen. It's actually quite negative. So, what's your take? But like, wait, before you say, let me just put this last point. Last year, I think it was more March, just before Easter last year. I was talking to Update Gallery. They also on the
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I was talking to Happy from Update Gallery, and he was telling me that like a lot of his artists that he's associated with were almost becoming depressed about the fact that AI has sort of taken over. For example, like doing portraits. I mean, they get like billions of prompts a day to do portraits. And you can do it in any style, any technique, blah 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 blah. So that's almost taking bread from the guy's mouth. My opinion on
Most
that is
definitely,
twofold.
yeah.
What's your take? What's your take on it?
Yeah, no. At first, that was my view. Like, I was sort of like scared of like, okay, since we're going to be having AI, yeah, no, now this is going to be taking most of our breaks. And then, what I've noticed is that, whether we like it or not, I don't think it's going anywhere. So, why not just use it on our advantage as artists? As far as most people are already making money out of it, though they're not even artists. So my take is, since it seems as if like it's not going anywhere, then we need to find like a way on how can we use it to our benefit as artists. Because as I'm saying, I don't think it's going anywhere. It's gonna be more. There's gonna be more and more of that in a few years to come. So the most important part is to just like just check your position. How like as individual or as artist, like how can you make money out of AI? Because I've seen some couple of people are making money out of it. They're not even designers. They're not even artists, but they're making money. So then, for us, I think it's gonna be quite easier compared to those people who doesn't even have that kind of knowledge of art. Since they're using prompts in most cases, I think we can come up with our own prompts in order to create something nice, something that is sellable, something that definitely is gonna make money. Yeah, man. Instead of like just complaining and complaining, because I don't think it's gonna help. At this stage where we are, definitely it's here to stay.
I agree with
Why
you
don't
there.
we just and then even tattoo artists, what I've noticed with tattoo artists, they still using it. Like if you're gonna be doing a portrait and then you're doing somebody's portrait, somebody will bring up the photo. The photo is like maybe 30 years old. It's not clear. Then you can probably just use AI in order to clear it out, in order to have like a like the picture that you can see, that you can probably just detect the details. So in those kind of cases, it does work. So then I was like, why not? Why don't you just use it like to our own sake, in order, whichever way it's going to benefit you, just use it, make money out of it.
I agree with you there, and that's super interesting. I totally
So
agree.
that's the whole point.
And as you say, it's not going anywhere, and it's just going to become smarter.
Yeah,
Also, like in my personal space, I'm trying to understand how can I use it to do tasks that I'm not necessarily good with, admin tasks,
yeah,
financial, banking and that type of shit. I'm still not very clear how that works, but I'm
yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because I feel that one of the drawbacks of entrepreneurship and running a business is overheads. So if I can cut down on the amount of, not that I want to not employ people, but it is 2024 and this is the times we are living in. And if I can have technology that can work very, very, very honestly and old, for example, with very mundane tasks, then we can focus, then I can take my time and focus on, on things that I'm better at and actually, making art or
Yeah,
running
yeah, yeah.
and stuff. So that's kind of my view. And as I'm saying, like, I find it super interesting to get many, many people's views on that.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
just another point on it. I've also noticed it's a generational thing. So people maybe in their 50s and up, their views on AI differs from our generation
Most definitely, yeah,
to
sure.
what
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the
man.
younger,
Yeah.
the guys in their 20s and so forth. Yeah, it's super interesting, and all this shit has happened um, after COVID. Like, it's just everything has just come with a and to adapt to that isn't easy. And I understand why some artists are struggling to adapt because motherfucker, it's already tough. Um,
Oh my
and
God. Yo.
but it's as you say, it's a
Yeah,
anyway. You were saying, yeah, continue.
yeah, man. No, I was saying, yeah, it was quite bad, man. Bad. But I think it's starting to get back to where we, or I would say get back to normal. Because I've seen since from this year, I've seen some couple of shows being put up and all that type of stuff compared to previous years.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I somehow think the doors are starting to open a bit, and then for artists as such, especially the exhibiting spaces and stuff.
Are
Um,
you are you are you
I
working
think
on? Do you have any shows coming up within the next few months? Any group shows, something like that? Anything
uh,
you what's
at this moment I'm working towards there's this online show that is happening there at the Wasa watercolor watercolor art watercolor art society of
social?
hey God this name Wasa, let me just say Wasa. Yeah, there is exhibition that is happening. I think it's gonna be it's gonna be around July. And then we also working towards this. It's me and some other guys. We also working towards we want to have a show somewhere in Victoria. I just forgot the name of the place. There's a gallery there that is taking works. I think it's from A3 size going upwards. So that's one of the things that you're looking at this moment in time. So then yeah, there's also other things that are happening next year. Uh there's a couple of stuff that are under pipeline, but we'll see how they go and stuff.
Yeah, man.
There's
Yeah,
a
man.
whole
Yeah.
lot of stuff, but the ones that I'm sure of, it's these two that I just mentioned, the watercolor one, and then the one that is going to be in Victoria. And then the other one that I'm waiting for is the one that is going to be happening somewhere next year, early next
Okay.
year.
Okay. Nah, for sure, Tony,
Yeah.
my brother. This was great, man. I think I'm really fascinated. You send me those images of the work that your more current work, right? Because like we're recording here,
No,
man,
I will send them. Yeah, man.
different ways of doing it. But send it to me. I'm trying to do some form of animation video, I've got a cool app on my
Okay,
phone,
okay, yeah.
and I'll see where and how
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I can use it. Yeah, I'll see where and how.
Mm.
Maybe even as a short or something. But we'll see. Like send me some of that. It sounds just a closing point on that. I've noticed, man, that after COVID, how artists have just sort of reimagined and re-looked at what they're working on. I've almost felt that there's almost a sense of artists as more of a role in society where there's people are going through so much shit, and from all
Mm-hmm.
everybody
Yeah, man.
and if it's not poetry, if it's not music, if it's not theater, if it's not stage, if it's not visual art, one of those things it's actually tools of that we can definitely use to heal. I would say more than I would say pre-COVID. So and it's
Mm-hmm.
something
Mm-hmm.
that I'm actually
Mm-hmm.
tracking on this podcast as well, and I think it's fascinating, man. It's fascinating how things have changed in like 3 years, like
Oh
boom,
my
like
God, it is in such a
everything,
short space of time.
just
Yes,
like that,
yes.
just like that. Like it's just
Yes,
everything
yes.
is just on
Yo,
its
yo,
head,
yo, yo, yo.
and you're either with it or yeah, it's complicated. And now we still have this election, or rather, as a recording of this episode, there's still no idea of what direction the government is going into, and I think that's also going to change because Izzy
Yeah,
Polo
yeah,
got
sure.
appointed, so we're already going to have a new arts minister. Um,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't know, my brother. Maybe I don't know. I just know there's some
Eish,
more
bruh.
radical change on the horizons. That's for sure. That's what we can say for sure. Is that there's
Eish,
definitely more.
eish. No, when you say that, especially us who are based in township, my man. Eish, like there's more people that are looking up, that are looking, they like you like some sort of like a mentor or something. So then, eish, if you fail, then they lose hope. You know what I'm saying? So, eish, we're always trying to find ways that will definitely just maintain the art thing going. You know what I'm saying? Because, government wise, my man, hey, it's problematic. Seriously,
I
that's
know.
why I'm saying. No, as we were saying, we will see about that. The new art minister. I wish something can happen. I wish they
Me
come up
too.
with something definitely
I'm
be of
also
great help for more artists.
I'm also holding
Because man,
my
like truly speaking, man, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Like I'm saying, it's
yeah.
bad, especially for a self-taught artist. Aish, it's a bit problematic because you won't even know like which step to take from here. And if like you
Same here.
can't get works to the galleries, and then so what? What's next? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, most people are they lost hope.
Yeah.
Most people lost
Yeah.
hope during those time of COVID and stuff.
That's why I find these next few
So
weeks is so crucial. It's so crucial because
it is damn crucial.
we need something. We need something. But my king, let's wrap it up there, man. That's actually, yeah, we need something. As I was saying, man,
Yeah, most definitely.
work.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what new direction your work is taken into.
Mm,
I'll try to
mm,
do
mm,
something,
mm, mm.
and I'll be in touch with regards to that, via WhatsApp. But this was cool,
Most
Tony, man,
definitely.
my brother. Thanks for having patience because it took a while to actually get to the day.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Didn't just
man.
give
Yeah,
up.
man. No, thanks to you too, bro. Thanks to you too, man. Because we tried it last time, it didn't work
You
due
see, we
to
keep
the
trying.
reception and stuff. But at least, yeah, man. Yeah, yeah,
We
man.
keep at
It was
it.
quite fun, man, having those art talks and stuff.
It is, man. Today's talk was really cool. And I've been doing a bunch of like more corporate type of stuff the past few weeks. So it's like
I've noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Those are gigs that there's something very cool about it. I do enjoy it, and it's also I'm also looking at a whole bunch of things because um, as my brother, my company, my platform. I'm actually meeting my developers this evening. Fuck, man.
Oh yeah.
If the demo works, if the demo works this evening, you will hear from me in the next few days. But I've been saying that for 3 years now.
Please,
I've been
man.
working on this thing for 3 years, King. For 3 years, my brother. So yeah.
Right, it will come alright. It will come alright, definitely.
If the platform works, man, I know I've got a set up an ecosystem where it can thrive. Because you mentioned early on of struggling to take your work from point A to point B. That is a real fucking struggle in South Africa. It is a real thing, and it costs money. It costs real money and time. Money and time is money if you look at it.
Definitely, yeah, sure.
So I feel that there's anyway, my brother. I don't know. I've been working on this thing for 3 years, so I've kind of managed my expectations. But we are testing the demo tonight, so if it works, you will definitely. And then we'll have a different conversation. We'll have a different conversation about entrepreneurship and the politics, because I think times have changed. But my king, let's wrap it up there, my brother. So just a quick shout out to all my listeners. If you got this far and you're listening to me and trying to talk about art, I would appreciate if I can get your subscription, smash that like and subscribe button. Cloney, thanks, my king. It's also getting nice and the
temperature. Oh, thanks, man.
Probably like 10 degrees since we've been talking.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think tonight's gonna be one of those nights. My brother, it was a blessing. Man.
Okay, no, man. I'm overwhelmed, bro. No, thank you, man. Thanks a lot. And then the handles, man. The handles.
Oh yes. Yeah. Hit me up with all your social media handles.
Okay. It's simple. It's Lehlononlo Dhlamini in all platforms. It can be Facebook, on Twitter, and then on Instagram. It's Lehlononlo Dhlamini. And then this is how you spell it. It's Lehlononlo. Then Dhlamini. It's Dhlamini. Because I know people do mistake Dhlaminis. Ours, it's written in different ways.
Yeah, man.
It's DH instead of DLA.
Yeah, man. And I'll put up all those details
in
the description. My king, one love, man. We'll be in touch.